Hey, Gigi, Dr. Sabat. Thank you for having me here. I want to have a little wake-up call that we need to do on endometriosis. And I actually had a complete medical breakdown, and Dr. Gold kind of did the presentation. So I love going behind people because I'm one of those people, I can do it on the fly and completely do a new presentation. So what I'm going to do is make you aware of what makes you sick. You're out of ease. You have gotten away from God. You have gotten away from the Garden of Eden. You've gotten away from the nutrition. You've gotten away of being intuitively in tune with your body. Your body knows how to heal. So I've listened to all these beautiful people tell me their story. I was actually 18 and was having, really from 15 to 18, severe bleeding, like fibroid, cyst. Just found out they took my uterus without me knowing. That was a huge, like, what the heck happened? But I had to go in and get cauterizations. They put me on lower tabs. And someone now that is 14 years sober, I can't go the allopathic route, take the NSAIDs, take the opiates, do things like that. So I'm ex-Botec. I have a little bit of a different perspective in this. And then got sick in bed, 25 years. I was hit by 5 cars and put where I literally was about to die from everything and its mama. I was on 14 different pain medications and opiates and steroids and everything you can imagine. And I laid in a bed, isolated. Community is so important when you heal. Isolated, and I started praying. Here I am. I'm a Botec expert teaching physicians. I'm on 14 different medications. I can't seem to get my body regulated. God, you're going to have to show up. And I had to surrender. And I had to listen to God, and he's like, you know what? You're an expert teaching these physicians. I'm the physician. I'm your healer, not these white coats. I was sitting here listening to women going, well, I didn't want to have surgery, or I trusted the doctor, or I don't even know what endometriosis is, but I'm just going to do whatever you tell me to do. And I wish at 18, instead of my mother going into my oncologist, not my oncologist, my gynecologist, that was down further in life, and saying, look, my daughter has my body, talking about generational curses. I had all these cysts. I had all these problems. I want her ovary removed. And the doctor was like, I don't want to remove her ovary. If she wants to get pregnant down the road, this is going to severely compromise her. And at that point, I was just like, my mama's always right. You know, who do I listen to? Do I listen to the doctor? Do I listen to mama? And through the fighting of mama, I got my ovary removed. So I wish that I'd known the naturopathic, like Dr. Gold recommends. Now I'm naturopathic. I'm a life coach, a trauma therapist, and I work with women and doctors all over the world. And I hear their stories. And it's so sad that women, they know their body so intuitively, but they give their power to another authority. You're supposed to go to God. You're supposed to figure out, okay, is this environmental toxins? Is this a generational curse? Why am I having, painful menstrual cycles? And I promise you, a lot of it could be genetics, but a lot of it's environmental. I have not heard anyone talk about this. When you're having all these problems and you're using the commercial tampons, they have EO, as ethyl oxide, on them. You're literally putting up a cotton-based product sprayed with Roundup, and then application of more chemicals, and you're putting them in your body, in your holy living temple. That's toxicity. Or you put pads on with plastic. Did y'all know that plastic lowers the body's frequency, that we're living frequency, living light? And anything that puts us out of that dis-ease is disease. It's because of what you eat, the environmental toxins that you're surrounded with, the environment. I've heard people go, well, my boyfriend didn't understand. I couldn't talk to my sister about this. You've got to go and find you support and really sit down with your own body and say, why am I sick? Do I have unprocessed emotions that I'm angry, or was I sexually abused? Am I eating, genetically modified food that's making me sick? These are all things that you need to think. Am I sitting in front of computers all day long? guess what's this radiation? If you're in front of a computer all day long and talking all day long and getting radiated and then carrying phones with you, your body's a temple. Your body's being radiated. What can you do? Black stones. This is tourmaline. I put a little tourmaline on the back of my phone, and when I'm on my phone as a media personality, I'm not getting bombarded by radiation anymore. So I'm cleaning up my environment. I'm cleaning up my diet. I'm eating organic. So what are some of the natural things you can do for endometriosis, since that thickening of the tissue is growing outside the uterus? It is affecting the fallopian tubes. It is affecting you because you're having painful sex, your painful periods, bowel movements. Did y'all know that this even affects your bowel movements and feeling like you have to go to the bathroom all the time? It's one of the reasons why I had to get cauterized when I was 18. I was in constant pain, constant feeling like I had, I never felt like I could empty my bladder either. And I wound up having endometriosis and interstitial cystitis. So again, your sacred womb, why is your womb inflamed? Why is it inflamed? So you have to start detoxing. This is something else that a lot of people don't know about, that I had to educate myself in the healing, the modalities. There's different modalities out there. And I met a healer up in Canada, and she's dealing with tribal women that are being raped. And you have to address if your womb is traumatized. How do you deal with that? So I do biofeedback. I get these women and I read their electrical field and their literal body energy of what minerals they need, what vitamins they need. Is their spinal energy messed up? Is their womb able to get blood flow? These are things you need to think about. Are they using the tampons? Are they using the plastic and the polyester panties? Guys, you need to be wearing organic panties. This is key. If you're using reproductive protection and things like that, it's got to be an organic source. So there's things that you can do. Let's talk about it. Yoni steams. Gigi, have you ever heard of a yoni steam?
Sounds familiar.
All right, a yoni steam is where you get a bowl full of tea. I was going to tell y'all, teas are key. But a yoni steam is getting a chair with a hole in the middle, and you sit on it and you steam your womb for 5 to 10 minutes. And we're literally having parasites die off. You can also put coconut with a tea bag and put it up in you and sleep with it overnight and pull the string out. And we're getting wads of black parasites out of women. It's crazy. But if you get the toxicity out and you fortify fruits, how about fiber? You need things like high intake of fiber. You need something to regulate that estrogen. Your gut health is everything. If you're not eating organic and you're not able to get the nutrition in your body, how is your body able to heal itself? It can't. So you've got to go with the elimination of the diets. You could see like gluten and dairy causes a lot of problems. These are things these are naturopathic approaches. Yoni steams, remediating the radiation, doing food grade baking soda to alkalize the body. If the body's inflamed and endometriosis is an inflammation problem, things like turmeric, herbs, essential oils on the womb. All these things are amazing things that helps me heal the body. I don't want to just put a Band-Aid on it. I don't want to take a anti-inflammatory and kill my liver. There's herbs and oils out there that can do all this. If y'all would like help with this, I'm really doing a lot more free education. I want to go and help with the public and work one-on-one with females and let them know you've got to address the emotional, you've got to address the physical, you've got to address your chemical aspect, what you're eating, but then you have to go to God. And I tell you what, I'll wrap up very quickly, but Prayers That Rout Demons Out and Break Curses, this is an incredible book. There is actually generational curses prayed here. I pray every day. When I started reading the Word of God, it is a sword. It cuts to bone and marrow, right, GD? It goes straight to. And if you're speaking the Word of God, you can heal your body and mind. In that communion with the Lord, if you'll walk and talk with Him, He'll tell you what you need to get back into ease. Endometriosis is very life-altering. It can cause infertility problems. It could cause marital problems, sexual, pains and hurts. Guys, know that you are loved. You are made in the image of God. You can heal your body. You are what you eat, and you are the 5 people you hang around. Find people like Gigi, find people that encourage you, that give you the support, and will listen. Half the time when we need to heal is just someone needing to be seen and heard and loved. Thank you.
Very powerful. Thank you so much, Susan.